Hello everyone, and welcome to another video in the how to build professional websites fast and easy. Okay, in previous video we were talking about a little bit about WordPress and theme. We'll come back to it a little bit later, but now what we need to do is need to set up few things and install a couple of so-called plugins, which are the components softwares for our WordPress content management system, right? Which is what you see, the dashboard. Okay, so first thing first. First thing, I want you to go to the settings here, and here where it says permalinks, and we need to set up the right permalinks. Permalink is that basically what you see at the top bar here in your browser, and that's called permalink, right? So here, as by default, it's set to day and name. What we want to do, we want to preferably, it's obviously it's up to you. This default template is probably good for such a thing like a website magazines that are publishing very frequently. So hence the date and time, but we don't really need that for our personal or business website if we don't plan really to build some like massive mass publishing platform or website magazine. All right, so we set it up to the post name, so it's our permalink will look simple as this. Once you click that, you click save. These are some of the reasons. These little details sometimes could play the different roles in the different things, right? So next thing what we want to do is we want to go to plugins and click add, or first we click on installed plugins and see what kind of plugins we have, because different web hostings sometimes give you the default plugins by their plugins by default, but here we can see are just these are WordPress plugins by default, but I don't really use these two, so I'm gonna delete them. You can keep them if you want, but I don't see really use. Hello Dolly, it's just it doesn't do anything, this plugin. It just gives you some lyrics. Alright, we can read about it, but and Akismet, it's anti-spam by WordPress, but not really good one unless you pay, right? So next thing, we want to click add new. Now the space is nice and empty, and we will add a couple of important plugins that are very useful in the terms of SEO and rankings and page speed and page load time and so on and so forth. So first plugin is gonna be Yoast. Yoast plugin is probably the most widely used WordPress SEO plugin, right? It's free, it's been frequently updated. As you see, there is like 24,500 of reviews. There's no plugin in their directory that has so many reviews probably. And okay, so we installed the plugin. We don't want to click activated because we're gonna add another plugin, which is gonna be some kind of social sharing plugin, because we want people to share our website if they find it, right? So again, you just can search some free social sharing plugin. If you have something in mind, some premium plugin, you can go ahead, but I usually just go with some that has plenty of reviews and plenty of kind of a record, right? So why not to use right ahead this one, first one. So click install. The next plugin I'm gonna go for is it's called Auto Optimize. I think it's written like this all together, right? Yeah. Okay, so we click install. This plugin basically optimizes your page speed, right? it optimizes your CSS, JavaScript, and HTML code, and something like fonts, and it's like it's doing the good job, right? For free plugin, it's doing the really good job. So next one we want the Smash. It's called the Smash, and it's for image optimization. Another brilliant free plugin. Okay. Okay, and we click activate because that's gonna be it for now. By the time we will maybe add more plugins, but these are mainly the basic plugins that I use. I maybe would add one more plugin actually because we deleted the anti-spam plugin. So I usually use the free anti-spam P plugin, which helps a little bit with fighting the spam, right? It's not like, you know, it's not like that if you don't have it, you're gonna be hacked like within a few days. So it doesn't really, it's not really like that. I had a site hacked even with the anti-spam plugins, or I had sites where I didn't have any anti-spam plugins and they never been hacked. So uh, it really doesn't matter that much, but why not to have extra layer of security if it's there for free? So that's what I'm going to activate. I activate all the plugins that I just installed. The icon get activated, and then I'm going to just set up few things in the couple of plugins, right? We need to set up the social icons. We need to set up auto optimize plugin, what we want to get optimized, and we also want to connect our website to Google Search Console, right? Just for to get our site crawled by Google spiders more often, basically to help Google index our site better, right? It's gonna go and check our site more often because we are helping Google understand what our site is all about. So here we want to choose the icons. These are by default, right? But why not to add all of them? You can even create your own custom icon. These are premium icons. I cannot add them there, but I'm fine with the main icons. Right, that's it. Next thing what we want to do is to set up the auto optimize, which you want to go to settings, and here at the bottom where it says auto optimize. And you just take the first box, HTML code, optimize HTML code, optimize JavaScript code, and also optimize CSS code. Most of the themes are, most of the websites, WordPress websites, because it matters what kind of theme you have. But what I tell you, most of the themes are fine with these settings, right? There is also some advanced settings which you don't really need to go. But when you take these three, that's enough. That's a good job. If something kind of breaks on your site once you clicked all of these, just go back and uncheck one and see if it got fixed. But most, as I said, mostly nothing's gonna break and it works perfectly, right? It just really depends what kind of theme you have, because sometimes it's not really, the theme is not compatible with all these changes in optimization, right? Because it goes and it alters the code, right? The source code of the website. So sometimes might be a little problem, but not in this case scenario, because this theme that I used is fine for that. So next thing we want to do is go and set up Google Search Console in Yoast. So we go to Yoast, and here it says Search Console. You may need to have your Gmail account, right? Google Mail account, because it's you will need to create your Search Console account, which is connected to your Gmail account. So here, what you want to do is to click this button, Get Google Authorization Code. If you have a Gmail account, it will automatically go and you will need to create your new Search Console account. I already have my Search Console account, so I'm fine with that. I don't need to create a new one, right? I just click one of my emails here, click allow, and here is the code that I'm simply going to copy, right, and paste here, and click authenticate. It's gonna go and find the property which I want to authenticate it with. I haven't created the profile there yet, so obviously I have the only website that is in the property, but I'm gonna go ahead and log into my Search Console. You want to just go to Google Search Console and click on the result, right? In this my case, it's the second. And this is how it looks like. And here you want to add the name of your website, right? So the name of my website is counties.com, so I'm just gonna simply copy it. Be careful about any misspells and errors in the domain, because that would cause big problem. And you click add property. It's gonna go and check verification. Now it's gonna gives me this code, and what I need to do is to either download this file, HTML file, and upload it to my to my file manager in my cPanel, right? Or I can use the different verification method, which is a HTML tag, which I use because I can just paste this tag within my WordPress dashboard, right? I don't need to go to my cPanel. So I'm just gonna copy this HTML tag, or you can download this file and go to your cPanel. Either way is fine. But here I want to go to, where is it? Plugins, and I want to add new plugin. I am using the plugin for this. There's gonna be probably some kind of a plugin in the WordPress area, in the free WordPress area, that is going to allow you to paste in the codes easily, right? That you don't have to go to the WordPress source code editor and find the right spot for the code, which you can do, but I usually make it simpler for me, so I go to upload my own plugin that I use with my Socrates themes. I get it for free with a Socrates theme, so it's a really good plugin. Simple and good. And here we have it, plugins, Socrates plugin. So I'm gonna open it, install, and activate. And now I can go to the Socrates here, and here I have my plugin, Socrates plugin, which I can monetize my website. I can paste the code of Google AdSense ads or whatever, but I want to go here where it says CSS and hooks, and there I'm gonna paste this code that I just got from my Google Search Console, right, which is here where it says custom header code, insert custom code into header, which is where you want to paste it. So I'm gonna paste it here and click save. In case you don't have the Socrates theme and this plugin, you can do it within the editor, right? I just don't recommend it for the beginners, because if you do something wrong, it could cause error in your theme. But when you go to appearance here and editor, appearance, and click editor, gonna bring you to the basically like a backdoor of of your website, right? Source code of your website, and the place where you would preferably. Oh yeah, I understand. You see, it even warns you that you shouldn't do direct edits to the theme. But where you would preferably want to paste this code would be in the header, where here on the right side where it says header PHP, theme header PHP, you would click that. It's going to open the new code, and you would want to paste this code just before where is it? Just before the body. Oh, right here, between the head where it says here head and body, right? So you would paste the code right here where is this free column in this theme. So always look for the head and body, right? Opening and closing tags, and before the body and after the head, and before the body, right? Don't put it somewhere here or here because it won't work. So with that being said, we have it all perfectly set up, right? I put it the code, I added the code there in my search console, sorry, in my Socrates plugin. You can add it here. If you don't have the Socrates plugin, just go to the header PHP editor, header PHP, and paste the code in. And then, of course, click Save, Update File. And now we can easily go back to the Search Console and click Verify. Now everything should be verified. It's going to go and check. If you did something wrong, it's going to tell you that cannot get verified. You see, verification failed for some reason. Cannot understand why. This sometimes happens because you never know what. Let's go to CSS. Oops. You have the code here. Oh, right. I was trying to. Oh, they did because they recently changed the Google Search Console's layout. I see now what's the thing. You see, I was verifying this type of verification with a HTML file, which I didn't do. I did it through the HTML tag here, which I supposed to click this button to verify. Before they used to have it for all of them, right? You had just one button for verify for all the different types of verification. So that's what it is, yes. So here I click verify, it's gonna go check and it's gonna be fine. Or easy, ownership verified. So you just click done basically, and that's that's all actually what you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. You're just gonna now go ahead and play with your WordPress installation and with your dashboard to see kind of how to orient around it, what doing what. I'm gonna do another video just on that, but you just go ahead and see. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory, and you can start basically writing and publishing your new first content, right? So thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next video.